We are live. Welcome back after a week hiatus, I guess. We only canceled one episode and delayed one, so not too long of a hiatus. We've had longer. We're back
It's been a
though.
crazy couple of days for sure.
It has been. It definitely has been. But we're back and we're live. Welcome to the West Coast Draft Podcast. It's Beau, it's Rob. Daniel is going on a hiatus. He will be back after the new year. He'll be back to break
He's gonna
down the
be
lines.
traveling a little bit for the
Yeah.
holidays,
Yeah.
so we'll
He'll
let
he'll be
him
back to
enjoy his
break down.
family and not
Yes.
deal with this idiocy.
You mean the great takes?
Oh
He
yes,
he will be back for the Lions playoff run though, and he's assured us that he will still be plugging in his picks. So
very nice,
does he already have his TNF pick in there? Yep, yeah, he already has him. He's already got the
nice.
Chargers.
I
Very
will
nice.
admit this very sadly. I did not log my Western Kentucky pick until like the first quarter. I was going to pick them anyways, though. Everyone knows
Mhm.
that, so I don't think there's any harm or foul. And I lost, so.
And you lost anyways. If you'd won, it would have been a different conversation, but you lost anyways,
But
to be fair.
it's clear I would have picked my tops regardless.
Oh yeah, you had to pick your little guys. That makes sense. That makes
Oh, they
sense.
interviewed Big Red on the sideline.
Did they
They
really?
did.
That's
That
inspired.
I was like, yes. I was thinking about texting the chat about that.
Oh, that's incredible. That's got to be on no context college
Oh,
football.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
okay. Okay, then we'll find that. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. No
And they
context
and they had
CFP.
like a little chyron that said Big Red on it.
Big Red. What would a mascot even chime in? Because their whole thing is that they
Oh, you
don't
can't talk.
talk.
Yeah. I think it was like
Right.
nodding.
Oh gosh, man. That's you know what? That's inspired. That's inspired. I would interview a mascot, I
Oh,
think.
absolutely.
I mean it's so easy. I mean, you're not really held to
Like
a high
they
standard.
got a nod, a no, their hands in the head, you know. They got some pretty simple answers.
The classic after a missed field goal banging your head on the goalpost.
Oh yeah, or a made one, and like if you got like that hoop around your waist, thrusting it.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
That's like the
No context
Colts
college
mascot.
football.
Colts got a
There's
great mascot, man, especially with those streamers and the noses.
there's them interviewing Gronk on the sideline, but
Yeah,
that's not what
that
we're
was Yono
looking
V Cal. He was
for.
he was recruiting for Bill Belichick.
Look at that. If that's not LA traffic, I don't
Ugh,
know what
yuck.
is. That's why I could never live in LA, man. Traffic's just so bad there. Can't beat the weather though. I will say that. Oh, never mind. They don't have it.
No, scroll down a bit. Scroll down a bit. There's no way.
But this is yesterday's game. This
Oh
is the
my! How
Memphis
did they
game.
not have it? Look up
How do
Big
they?
Red in search.
Okay, one second. I just want to make sure I'm not missing something obvious. No, yeah, I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Yeah, that's so weird. Look up Big Red. At least, yeah, it has to be on there.
Wait, what is this for?
I will never forget that Hunter Decker's video saying, "Okay, I'm betting right now on Hunter Decker's feeling like, okay, I'm betting
Dang.
right now that Iowa State's going to beat your team this weekend at a bar when he's plastered." That was one
Oh,
of the best
jeez.
videos. He is
I
totally not draftable. I'm sorry.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I didn't even realize Dane Brugler tweeted about him. Jeez, man. Is he gonna come is he gonna be the rare JUCO to the draft? There's usually at least one a year. There's usually at least one a year.
Yeah,
Big Red. Clifford the Big Red Dog movie. Um,
just look up Big Red. Oh, Western Kentucky.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Nice. They don't have the video, but they do have. Oh wait, maybe Sicko's committee has the video.
Oh
Sicko's
yeah.
committee.
They definitely would. They definitely would.
Let's see. Man, if they do, it's buried. I guess they're still talking about the LA Bowl here. Hold on.
They tweet a
There's a
lot.
shot. There's a shot. Man, he was talking about the LA Bowl for a while. Here we go. All right, we're on to the game. Maybe not.
West Texas A&M back-to-back meat judging champions.
Maybe the Sickos committee doesn't have it. Oh, here it
Yes,
is. Oh, never mind. Look at that. That's
that's
incredible.
our guy.
Big Red is detaining you. They've developed AI has gone too far, man. I'm sorry. Oh no.
Oh my
Oh no.
gosh.
AI. Okay. All right. Well, let's get that AI off the screen. And focus on
Awards?
should we
Let's do
start with the
awards.
awards or should
Yeah,
we
let's
start
do
with
awards.
carousel?
Let's do
All right, let's
awards.
alphabetical order. Award starts with an A. So we're starting with the awards. As predicted, Travis Hunter is the 2024
It was a
Heisman Trophy
decently
winner.
close vote.
It was. It actually was. It was the closest one since 2009, I think they said.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, which was the Toby Gerhart year. Only
Yeah.
Toby Gerhart came in second to
Who was it?
Bradford.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
That sounds right. So, there you go. I know there's a lot of Twitter discourse on this. If
About
I had a
Travis Hunter's
vote,
girlfriend.
yeah, we'll get into that in a second. If I had a vote, I would have picked Ashton Genty.
Me too.
I also don't think Travis Hunter's a bad pick. I also am not
No,
mad at people who pick Travis Hunter.
no. I
There
get
is
it.
one award he won that I am upset about, but we'll
Yeah,
get
I
into
agree.
that.
We'll get to it.
Um,
Ashton Janty wins the Maxwell, so
mhm,
another Heisman runner-up winning it.
mhm.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Walter
two
Camp,
years in a
Hunter,
row. Walter
Signetti getting
King,
Coach of the Year, well deserved.
very deserved.
Ashton Janty,
Um,
the
Genty, Doak Walker, not surprising there. Least surprising result of the night.
nope, yep,
Davey
yep.
O'Brien going to Cam Ward was I don't know, a little bit of a surprise. I figured they'd give it to
Yeah, I thought it
Cam.
was gonna be Gabriel. Yeah,
Yeah. Or I thought it would be Shadur.
I thought Gabriel was gonna win the quarterback awards.
Yeah, he didn't get a single one because Shadur won the
Yep,
senior quarterback award and Cam won overall quarterback. So, um, here's the one that I think's ridiculous. Travis Hunter winning Biletnikoff is insane.
yeah,
Like that's just stupid. It should have been. I mean, it should have been T Mac. It should have been T Mac. You could make an argument, and I think given the stats, if you just look at the stats, it should have been Nick Nash. Which, by the way, shout out Nick Nash. I
yeah.
remember you back from my San Jose
I
State
agree. I
dynasty
agree.
in
He had the triple
CFB.
crown. He had the
Yeah,
triple crown.
he
Former
was
quarterback.
insane. He was insane in CFB 25, and I've remembered his name ever since. And
That's
now
how. That's
he's
how I knew. That's how I found out about Aronde Gadsden. He won the
yeah,
Heisman for me.
no way. That's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
I actually think actually it was funny in CFB 25. I think Nick Nash won the Biletnikoff,
Wow, that's
which he
awesome.
should have in real life, maybe. Um, But yeah, no, just absolutely stupid, in my opinion, that Hunter won the Blitnikoff. 2 years in a row that the Blitnikoff winner is a dumb choice, in my opinion.
Yep, I agree. If T Mac had the year he had last year, this year he probably wins it. Just the team just fell apart around him.
Right, right. Which, hey, Fafita's
You're
coming
probably
back.
it's going to be tough to win the Biletnikoff when you go 4-7.
Fair enough.
But
Fair
yeah,
enough.
Hunter winning it was ridiculous. It's
Yeah,
the
that's
last 2 years. It's been a name award. It's
mm-hmm.
how famous are you?
Right, right, exactly.
Why not have social media influencers decide who wins awards?
Oh
Follower
gosh.
count.
Follower count. Oh gosh, man. And then freaking Coach Prime would be winning the Home Depot
Destroying's
award.
going to win the Heisman.
Detroit's gonna win the Heisman. No, it's gonna be Drewski. Drewski's
Drewski.
gonna win the Outland Trophy.
Okay. Drewski's going to have
John
a
Mack.
Dominican Sue like year.
Oh yeah, did the edit I sent of him in the Lions jersey, low key, it looked like a real
It
picture.
did. It
Yeah,
did.
I would be I was believing it when I first popped it up on my timeline. I kind of scrolled past it and assumed it was just an actual picture of a Lions defensive lineman. I
Nope.
scrolled back and then wait, you ever have that moment where you're just scrolling, you just kind of look at something and then you're like, wait, did I see that right? And you scroll back up and you're like, go look at it
Had
closer.
to do a
That
double
was me, and I'm
take.
like, oh yeah, never mind, that's Drewski. Okay, I have to send this in the group chat. Um, so that was that. Risky man. Um, John Mackey going to Tyler Warren, very deserved. This tight
Oh
end
yeah.
group is insane. The Harold
Like there's no
Fannin,
one like Brock Bowers, but man, there are just some fun players. There's some really
yeah.
fun players. Like,
Between
who knows if they're gonna ever be amazing? Because it usually does take some time for tight ends to develop in the NFL. But there's just a lot of fun guys I've loved. Like I think Seahawks are gonna go tight end day two. I think they will. I think they're gonna cut Noah Fant and pair a young guy with AJ Barner. I'd be pretty happy with that.
Warren's gonna be fun, man, because the way Penn State uses him is just so unique. Like they use him not the exact same way, obviously, that Georgia used Bowers, but just like the versatility there, where
They
he
had him
does a
throw passes
whole
and
lot
take
for him.
snaps. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly. That's the
You
thing.
know
Like
what they
Bowers
used him
didn't
like?
do.
They used him like Tanner McAvoy.
Yeah, actually,
like
that's a
like
good call out.
Wisconsin used Tanner McAvoy.
That's actually a good call out. I was just kind of thinking like we usually don't see that sort of versatility out of
No,
tight
it was
ends. Usually,
just
I mean, Bowers was kind of the first one that they were using on like jet sweeps and stuff, and now Tyler
actually
Warren's taking
I'm
that to
gonna
the
push
next
back on
level.
that. You know who I
Who's
saw using a tight end as on jet sweeps?
who's that?
Sean McVay. You would use
Oh,
Gerald
okay.
Everett on tight ends on jet sweeps.
Oh, that is interesting. Huh. There you go. You've watched a lot more Sean McVay than I have, I guess, because
I
it's
mean, I
also been a
just
while since Shared Everett's been in LA. So,
oh yeah. I mean, I just loved Sean McVay's offense until like the version, not the version it is right now, though I still like it a lot, but I loved it a lot more when they're a lot more zone heavy. Now they're very
mhm.
gap scheme heavy. Um, and it was the right call to do that. I just if I were to run a high school offense, it would be what that was like. 2020, 2019 McVay stuff. That was really good.
Weird to think McVay's almost in year 10.
I know, dude.
That's weird. I think this is year 8, so he only has to go 2 more years before he's a t grizzled vet in the coaching ranks.
Trade him, please. Trade him to a team with a quarterback after Stafford retires.
It's crazy to think that people are saying he or like people saying he could retire and go into media, and that's not me saying it's crazy as in it couldn't
I
happen.
mean, it was
It's
pretty
just
close
funny.
to happening.
No, that's it's more me saying it's funny because sometimes you sit back and are like, if he retires and goes and works in media, he's younger than Tony Romo. It's just weird to think about. Shot. I want to say so. Hold on. Let me confirm that. Let me make sure I'm not just throwing shit at a wall here. Hold on.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Tony Romo,
Yep.
April 21st, 1980. Yeah, there's no way.
McVay's 38.
1980. Yeah, 1986. Yeah, he's younger than Tony Romo. So CBS's hot shot color guy.
Man, he's gotten a lot more wrinkly since from when he was first
Yeah.
hired.
Yeah, he has. It's the 30s, man. They'll get you.
Yep.
4 more or no, 6 more years. 4 more years. What am I talking about? 6 more years. Um,
All right. Outland, Calvin Banks, right choice in my
this is
opinion.
very deserved. Very deserved. Who were the finalists for this one? I don't remember. But Kelvin Banks was very deserved there. He also won the Lombardi. So there you go. I think that's just I don't think that's nation's top player. I think that's nation's top like lineman on
It's
either
it's
side.
funny that McLaughlin won the Outland after killing Bama's Natty Hope and probably killing ours too. Because I firmly believe UW beats Bama in the Natty,
Yeah, probably.
unless
Jim Miller
Saban's like,
sucks, so
this is my last game. That would have stunk.
imagine the same thing happening if
Oh,
Saban
it would have happened.
retires. Wait, so the alternate universe where Saban retires, DeBoer still takes the Bama job, but it is after Alabama had just beaten Washington. Oh
Oh,
God. Oh God.
up in hell.
Oh man. DeBoer might not have made it to the plane, man.
No.
He might not have made it to the plane. It would have slashed the tires on the plane. So some Seattleite would have gotten into the private airfield and slashed
Yeah.
the tires on the plane. Would not have been a good look. So,
Always
if
seen
anything, he should
oh
be very thankful that Michigan ended up beating Bama,
oh yeah.
especially because we all know he was taking that job at least at the very latest after the Texas game, probably sooner, probably before the Wazoo game. Honestly, I think that was
It
the
was around that
talk around
time.
Thanksgiving.
It was
Yeah.
around that time. Yeah, it was Thanksgiving. Yeah. I think it was around the Wazoo game.
hmm Which our game plan sucked in that game, so you could tell he was a little distracted.
Yeah.
Um, let's see, what's next? Hunter winning defense player of the year. Not saying he's not a really, really good defensive player. Man, I don't know about that
Who
one.
would you like to give it to? So honestly, I can't think of any better defenders this year than him.
Kyle Kennard, really freaking
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Kyle Kennard, Abdul Carter.
Okay. I think Hunter was the right one there this year. Last
I'm
year,
fine.
absolutely.
I'm not fine with. I'm not mad about that choice the way I am about the Bolitnikov.
Yeah.
I probably would have given it to Kennard or Carter, honestly. But I'm not mad about it. I think it's a fine choice. But the thing is, Kennard does win the other Defense Player of the Year
Yep.
award for Nagurski Award. Walker wins. Jalen Walker, I mean, wins the Dick Butkus Award. It's funny the job, all the awards that Hunter did win, and he wasn't even a finalist for the Jim Thorpe Award. I guess they figured it was already enough. They didn't need to give him any more. So, shout out Jade Barron. Broke Hunter's winning streak on awards he was eligible for.
We
Um,
could skip the kicking ones. Who cares?
yeah, that was my plan. They didn't even give out a 10 Hendricks Award. Jalen Milrow wins top scholar athlete. So, let a naysayer know, you know? Who would have
Let
thought it?
a
Who would have thunk an Alabama player won
Yep.
top scholar athlete? Then again, I guess Oregon and Iowa aren't exactly known for their
Let a
academics
professor
either.
know.
Let professor know. Lapka.
Let a Niner know.
Let a Niner know. Mm. Shocking. Travis Hunter won's most versatile player. Um, was Paul Horning Award? Hold on, I want to see who they have given this to. Jack Coletto makes
Oh
sense.
my
Marcus Jones
God.
makes sense.
Jack
Devontae's
Coletto. Honestly, you know who should have won that? Travis
was
Warren.
just who?
Travis Warren. What's his name? Tyler Warren.
Oh, Tyler Warren. Oh, this year. I thought you were talking about back in 2022.
No, no, this year.
Um, yeah, honestly, I would like that pick. I mean, it's so hard when Hunter's like a star on both sides of the ball, though.
Yeah.
Like that's the definition of versatile right there. Devontae Smith won this?
It was 2020 though, so
I guess. Lynn Bowden makes sense. Rondale Moore makes sense. Saquon.
Peppers makes sense.
Peppers
Shaq
makes sense.
Thompson makes sense.
McCaffrey, Shaq Thompson
Makes
makes
sense.
sense.
Returner.
McCaffrey makes sense a returner. Was
Tavon
OBJ a
Austin makes
returner?
sense.
Tavon also makes a ton of sense, yeah.
Brandon Boykin makes sense.
I honestly don't even remember Owen Marasech, and I was a Stanford fan at that point. So that should let you know.
I'll be honest, I don't know that name either.
Um, it's funny actually. Let's see. All of these guys, Lidbo's out of the lead by now, and there's no way that Jack Coleto's in the league. But other than that, all these guys have gone on to have pretty good
Yeah,
NFL careers.
yeah.
Outside of Lynn
It's kind of
Bowden,
surprising that Shaq Thompson's still in the league.
yeah, yeah, he's had a lot of injuries, but outside of Bowden and Coleto, I think all these guys are like still like in the league and like playing at a decently high level. A lot of these guys are Patriots right now, actually, with Marcus Jones
Yep.
and Jabril, both Patriots right now. It's kind of funny.
Travis Hunter, you are a New England Patriot.
Honestly, wait, if the draft, wait, hold on, I got the draft order. I was looking at the updated draft order. I know the Raiders have one and the Giants have two.
Oh, okay, there we
Patriots
go.
have three though.
But do the Giants go Hunter with
No, I think the
Neighbors?
Giants go QB. I think the Giants would go
Who's
Sanders.
who's going
Honestly,
one?
I mean, I think honestly, if it does end up being Giants one and Raiders two, or Raiders one, Giants two, I think it could be Ward and Shadur one, two, in whatever
You have.
order.
I feel like the Raiders are just gonna love Shadur though.
Oh, absolutely. He fits the Vegas mold
If they're
perfectly.
if they're one, they're taking Shadur.
Yeah. So, and that's what I'm saying. If it ends up being, if Raiders and Giants lose out, it ends up being Raiders one, Giants two, or again, flip them up. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Um, I think
Hunter
I
and
think
Graham round
despite
up
it
the
being
top
a
four.
really shitty QB draft, I think QBs go one, two, and
Yeah.
then we're talking about whoever's picking three wins the Travis Hunter
Gosh,
sweepstakes.
Shadur with the Giants would be unbearable.
Him and neighbors, man. Did you see when he was in NYC, him and
Yeah.
Shadur and neighbors met up and were throwing passes to each other.
Just prime, like always be on ESPN because oh wait, no, he's gonna be coaching. Or is he?
Yeah, Giants hire Shadur. Honestly, sorry, the Giants and Raiders are both probably gonna be looking for new coaches. So,
I was saying he's gonna be coaching in college.
oh yeah, that too. Maybe.
I don't know.
I
He's like,
swear, the Giants or Raiders hiring Prime is like one step down from the Cowboys hiring Prime.
oh yeah,
In terms of that, both of those are, I mean, neither of them are Dallas, but I think we've talked about like there are NFL blue
blue
bloods, and the
bloods. Yep,
Raiders and Giants are
yep,
both
absolutely.
both of them, or
It
two
would
of
be.
them.
I Colorado's be such a hot mess next year. Like, who the hell's gonna be that poor quarterback there?
Caden Salter, they got him in the
They got
portal.
Caden Salter. Wow, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I mean, as far as the Shadur
Well,
replacement,
can he
that's kind
throw
of
the
a good
ball? That's
fit.
the question.
Right. As far as the Shadur replacement, though, it's not a bad fit.
Watch him like flame out though, and they bench
Oh,
him.
he very easily could.
I could see that
Very
happening.
easily could. Let's see, what's next here? That's pretty much it. Yeah, none of these other ones are really worth mentioning. I
Should we
mean,
do the
not that they're not
carousel
worth
next?
mentioning. Yeah, let's hop
C
right
for
to the
carousel.
carousel. C for carousel, and then P for picks. There we go, alphabetical order.
Nice.
Should we start with the big one?
And I'm sure we've already discussed it plenty, but yep,
Dow
we'll go
logins
into
to App State
as OC. We know.
as
Or,
OC.
no, he's
Oh
South
no, 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 no.
Carolina's.
He's their coach. He was
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah,
was South Carolina's
yeah,
OC.
yeah. I, Scott Frost going back to UFC is fun. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, yeah. I
I
mean,
liked Scott Frost a lot at UCF. It was fun there.
he's ruined his image so
He
much
gave a fun
recently, though.
speech though, like at his press conference. Sometimes you just don't really know how much you enjoyed the place you were at. It's probably
Right.
full, but it was a nice sentiment.
Mm-hmm.
Dell
Uh,
Loggins, don't know him too much. Rich Rod going home. That's
speaking
fun.
of reunions, Richard going back to West
That's a lot of
Virginia.
fun. That's a lot of fun.
Jeez, it's the year of reunions, man. I love that. Barry Odom. We've already talked about Barry Odom to
Yep,
UNLV
and
for sure.
he's not getting Marion.
Nope, Marion's going to Sac State.
That's gonna be fun.
Future Mountain West team, Sac State. Looking forward to
Possibly.
that. Looking forward to
They're
that.
trying, but I think that's gonna be a tough task,
I
stadium
think they'll
wise.
be able to pull it off.
Stadium wise, the biggest thing is the
No, they're
stadium.
getting a new stadium.
Yeah.
They're getting a new stadium. It's getting bankrolled by the Sacramento Kings, apparently.
Interesting.
Not technically, but
By
like
the owner.
the same, yeah, the owner's helping. Because he's always involved in Vivek Ranadive. Shout out Vivek Ranadive. Never thought I'd mention him on this podcast, but here we go. He's been very, very involved in like the Sacramento sports scene and just building it up in general.
That's cool.
outside of just the Kings. Like he was the one of the ones that was kind of like obviously this is kind of controversial, but he was one of the main ones that was like spearheading the getting the A's to temporarily stay in Sacramento while the Vegas stadium's being built. So there you go.
I saw a funny,
Um,
speaking of pro sports teams, though, I saw something funny that there are college football teams spending more than the Mariners are this offseason.
oh, 100%. You kidding me? It's not even an accomplishment.
I fucking hate the Mariners, man. I hate them so much.
Dude, I went and got a $3 Polar Pop at Circle K. I spent more than Seattle Mariners did this offseason.
Ah, nice.
Um,
You fucked up by adopting them, man. You could have
I know that
avoided
was the
this.
one I
You
should.
could have
That's the one I
avoided
regret.
this.
The thing is, though, my other choices were the freaking. My other choices were like the A's.
The
I was never gonna be
Giants.
a Giant. I was never gonna be a Giants fan.
Okay,
I
your
I
dad.
could never be a Giants fan. Um, my other choice was the A's, and I don't know if that'd be much better. Although
Mister's
now that they're
win 89
Sacramento's team,
73.
now that they're Sacramento's team, I don't know, man. Maybe I should switch.
Escape it, man. Escape this bullshit.
Um,
Although they are not a team with great ownership either.
no, they are not. They are very, very much not. But hey,
All
they're
right,
a
let's
fun
skip
farm
these mid
system for the rest
majors.
of the league.
Matt Ince. Let me see
Bronco
what he got for us.
Mendenhall.
Matt, wait, no. Let's see that Matt Ince one. Is he gonna be head coach for Fresno?
Yeah,
Good hire. I was shocked when he took the linebackers for USC, man.
yeah,
Charles Huff, we've spoken about this one. Poor Marshall.
yeah.
Which is
Marshall,
worse, the plane
literally,
crash or this?
they both did about
They
equal
lost their
damage to
whole
the
team and
roster,
coaching
right?
staff again.
That's rough, man.
Yeah, Bronco. Wait, let's talk about Bronco Mendenhall.
Yeah, that's fun.
Good
That's
hire.
fun.
He was awesome this year
Oh yeah.
at New Mexico.
No, he
Beat
did.
Wazoo,
He was able to make him pretty competitive, all things
and
considered.
that
And
is
they beat
a
Wazoo.
awful
Yeah, like you
program.
said, beat Wazoo.
That is an awful program.
Yeah.
Tom
Uh,
Albin, Ohio coach. Wow, poaching the Ohio coach at Charlotte.
yeah, I know
Charlotte
that's that.
Bicester.
And that's the thing too. Like these shitty Sunbelt teams are like poaching the coaches from conference champions. Like,
That's
who's
crazy, man.
bankrolling the Sunbelt right now?
Yeah, people who care about college football. That's for sure.
Actually, I don't even know Charlotte's. I think Charlotte's CUSA. Actually, they might even be American. What conference is Charlotte in? Actually,
I'm not. I think they're not Fun Belt. They're not Fun Belt. I think they
no, they're not.
left the Fun Belt.
Charlotte 49ers football. Yeah, they're American. Huh.
They moved up after the Big
Yeah.
12 rated the American.
The Americans fallen so far since the Big
Oh yeah,
12 rated them, man. You look at the current American, like
dude, the American got fucked by realignment, man.
yeah, they did.
They
They did.
backfilled though. They backfilled well.
They did backfill. I mean, the Pac-12's backfilling too. Just make it good.
Yeah.
Um, I will give the American credit though, in
Oh,
that they backfilled the year that all the other conferences were realigning, so they didn't have a weird year where there was only two members.
this is
Actually,
a
a weird
fun.
2 years where there's only two members
Yeah,
because I guess the Pac-12 realignment doesn't happen until 2026.
it's a fun one right here. Rice's hiring of Scott Appel
Davidson.
runs a really fun option attack. Really fun.
Huh. I
So I'd
let's
probably
see.
take that to Rice, and that's probably a good call for Rice because they're basically a
All-time
service
winningest
academy.
coach at Davidson College.
Yeah, really fun.
Phil Longo back at it.
The dairy raid after he got fired, which he definitely should have gone somewhere like that. Oh, Don Brown got fired.
That he
Oh,
did.
cool.
Joe
The Rutgers DC.
Erasmiak.
Rutgers DC.
Yeah, there you go. Another FCS guy moving up. Mike New.
I think mid majors have realized that is a smart call. Jerry
Or Mike.
Mack. at Kennesaw State. Jags.
Running back coach.
Ugh.
Interesting.
Oh no, Tom Herman got fired. What
Oh
a
no,
fall
Tom
off.
Herman did get fired. That's brutal,
What a
man.
fall off, man.
Jeez.
Dan Mullen, interesting hire. Good coach. I think he's a good
I like
coach.
Dan Mullen, ESPN.
I think he's a good coach. But
I actually always thought Dan Mullen got a little too much hate. Like, yeah, Florida's recruiting kind of fell off towards the
I
end of
mean
his
that's not what
tenure.
he was good at. You know, he's good at being a
Oh,
good coach.
yeah. I mean, he made them competitive. He got them to the
Yeah.
SEC title game like five
He
years
got
ago.
them ranked number one. Not
Yeah,
Florida, but Dan Mullen or Mississippi State.
yeah. And now Billy Napier's the opposite, where Billy Napier can recruit. He's doing a hell of a job on the recruiting trail, but see if it
Yeah.
actually turns into wins. At least they got Lagway. You can do a lot when you get the right quarterback in place, and when Mertz was there, that definitely was not the case.
Um, I've read that I think it's the fourth quarterback for Louisville will be starting. Third or
Um,
fourth string.
let's see, they're not gonna throw Miller Moss in there a little
Yeah, I don't
early.
think he can yet.
No, you cannot. Um, Harrison Bailey. They actually haven't announced the starter yet. It's between Harrison Bailey, Clarkson, and Deuce Adams. They have not
I'm pretty
announced the
sure they
starter
announced
yet.
Harrison Bailey.
Well, he was the second stringer, so. Oh yeah, it wouldn't be Pierce Clarkson because he's in the portal.
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
Deuce Adams in the portal? No, he's not. There you go. Yeah, no, Louisville got absolutely fucked as far as walkouts, wa opt-outs
Yeah,
and the portal
that's
goes.
their big issue is opt
We
outs.
didn't we don't I don't think we have a single opt-out, I don't think. Other
And we're
than
letting our portal guys
obviously
play.
portal guys.
We're letting them play. Jack
Oh,
McAllister's going to punt for us.
oh wow.
Um,
Is UW gonna have a single guy declared for the draft this year?
I think Thad will.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he has. There's people are
Oh well,
out of
yeah, that have
eligibility.
eligibility. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
because I guess
Speaking of
Bruner's out of
eligibility, though,
eligibility.
Diego Pavia getting another year because of JUCO
That's
might give
true.
us
That's
Thad
right.
Dixon for another year.
There you go. What's his
Tony
name?
Gibson's a good hire for Marshall. He's good. He's
Yeah,
a good DC.
yeah. I think Bruner's out of eligibility.
Yeah, he
So yeah,
is. And the
he has to
big
go then.
news. I didn't even get notified. I didn't know until like this afternoon. I knew
No,
he
I didn't
was.
know until I checked Brett McPhersy's Twitter by chance.
I was like, shit, because I did see the flight tracker from uh what's the name of the town? Winston-Salem
Winston-Salem, yeah.
to Pullman Moscow airport. I
Mhm.
was like, and people were like, and and then the news dropped, and I heard that Dicker didn't give a team meeting.
Oh no.
And then I just saw news like 5 minutes ago that uh he didn't even give Wazoo a chance to match. He wanted out, which is like yikes. It's gotta be tough to be at Wazoo right now, man.
Yeah.
Good
Wow,
hire, I agree.
look at the breakdown though. This program is now a solid group of five school.
Solid. I don't know, man. Tough place to recruit. I think they're going to be passed by
I
Boise.
think
They're passed up by Boise and Oregon
oh,
State.
100%. I think they already were, but I think what and not that this is gonna really matter to a lot of kids
They're,
on the
they're,
recruiting trail. I think Washington State's not gonna go quietly. They're not just gonna die, in my opinion, because there's such a cult of personality around them.
I think
Like the
the
game
tough
day
thing
thing.
is the only draw to get them to come to Pullman was Power Five. You don't have that anymore. It's be tough to get. I think in the long term, they're just in a tough spot.
We'll see. We'll see who they hire as their coach. That can
Have you
make a
seen some of the
difference too.
rumors?
Who?
Kirby Moore and Jamarcus Shepard.
Interesting. Huh.
Shep, we can hopefully he can get ready to take over the big job soon enough.
Pittman, Napier, Aranda, Lashley.
I'm
Oh,
surprised Kenny.
extended.
I'm surprised Kenny hasn't gotten uh
Me
any
neither.
sniffs.
I'm surprised he signed a 7-year deal.
Yeah, they had a tough ending, but you know who their quarterback was?
Who's that?
Billy Joe Hobart's son,
Billy Joe Hobart. Oh, what's his name? Oh man.
and he had the like exact same number of passing yards in a season in his last season that Billy Joe had. His dad was tweeting about it.
No way. That's really
Yeah,
weird. Joey Hobart. His name is literally just Joey Hobart.
yeah.
Was it?
Hope that car's doing well.
Ah, Joey Hobart. He's
Shall
their
we get
starting quarterback at the
to
end?
the
Wait
games?
1 second. Hold on. I need to confirm something here because I feel like I'm losing my mind. Joey Hobart was their starting quarterback at the end?
The whole season?
He started? No, there's no way because he's a receiver.
Maybe it was the receiving yards he had. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look up his Twitter.
Yeah, there's no way. I was like, wait, did he switch positions or something? Because he's still listed as a receiver on their roster. Joey Hobart.
Okay, that's parody account.
Here, I found his real Twitter. Oh, here we go. My college stats versus okay. Oh yeah, here we go.
Pull it up.
So career completions 248. Okay, so okay, here we go. Okay, so Billy Joe Hobart's career completions were 248 completions for 3,028 yards. Joey Hobart's career 249 receptions for 3,028
Okay.
yards,
Okay.
which from a receiver standpoint is much more impressive.
Can you do you have is on your phone or on the screen?
I got on the screen. Hold on here. I got to put it pulled up right here. I'll go
Okay, it's
so you can
Billy
see them
Joe
next to each other.
Bobcat. That's why I couldn't find it. That's just
Yeah.
so cool.
Now he did in 2 more years, to be fair.
I didn't know that Joey Hobart went to Wazoo. What a shame.
Yeah, he started there.
Well, although clearly didn't have talent for up.
No. He may have
Judging
worked
for
at Texas State to his credit.
judging for where he's played, you know, and the guys who were ahead of him in his time here.
So there you go. All right, picks time. So Mr. Lisenby has already plugged in his picks all the way
Very
through
nice.
Christmas Eve. So we shall do the same. And that starts with, well, let's see, I'm in the lead right now, I believe. Yeah, I haven't missed a single game yet. So I'm in the lead right now. And I'm gonna receive
Nicely
the
done,
opening.
Bo. That's awesome.
I'm making a comeback. I'm making a comeback. I'm gonna receive the opening kickoff because I want to pick this Georgia Southern Sam Houston game. So hold on, let me pull up my opt-out tracker here. So Georgia Southern um has not lost almost anything to the portal. Yeah. Yeah, no, they didn't lose a single starter to the portal so far. Um They did lose a starting defensive end, but he left the team in November. Isaac Walker. Sam Houston lost a lot to the portal, but most of those guys are going to be allowed to play, apparently, it sounds like. Um, so this is actually two teams at pretty even strength, all things considered. Um, so like I said, taking the opening kickoff, I'm just gonna go with the better of these two teams here. I'm gonna go with Georgia Southern. Even giving up six, I feel pretty good that they're a little bit more balanced team. I mean, they killed Vandy when they played earlier in the
Yeah.
season. And they've just been able to put up a fight against most teams they played all year. So I like this matchup here for them.
I'm gonna go Georgia Southern just because of the Vandy game. I just got that in my mind. Clay Helton,
Hmm.
Vandy.
Ohio, Jacksonville State. This is the matchup of the MAC champion versus the Conference USA champion. Both of them lost their head coach. Um, as far as losses go, Ohio has not had a single player enter the transfer portal. They're the only team in all the FBS who has not had a single player enter the transfer portal, despite losing their coach, which is very impressive. Um, as far as Jacksonville State goes, some of the players in the portal, they do have one, two, three, four, five, six starters in the portal, including first team All Conference USA safety. However, Mo is being reported that they're going to be allowed to still play.
You know something funny is I'm sorry going on a total tangent here,
No,
but
you're good.
the meltdown from the kook mouthpieces today after they laughed at us when DeBoer left, when Dickert has deboarded them, is very sweet. Um, it's very funny.
Yeah.
I'm
But
gonna
they, I don't
go.
know. I don't know. I don't want to kick them while they're down.
I mean,
I've never hated Wazoo the
if you
way
don't
I've
want to
hated
kick Wazoo when they're down, you can't kick them at all.
fair enough.
uh, uh,
They did get us this year though.
that was a rough one. That was a rough one.
Yeah. So
Um, Also Mateer to Oklahoma.
to OU, that's right.
I've been liking what the Huskies have done in the portal so far.
Yeah.
Missing out on Mo is tough, but supposedly he you know let us match, and he got an insane amount from Tennessee.
Yeah. Well,
Losing Kamori House sucks, but the
sounds like
reality
he's going
is,
to
yeah,
UNC.
the reality is he's just not big enough to be a every down Big Ten linebacker, and he fits UNC a lot better. It is what it is.
Yeah. And obviously Steve's gonna be going there, which by the way, also we need to figure out who our DC is gonna be
It's gonna
here
be
soon.
Nansen. It's gonna be
It's gonna
Nansen.
be Nansen.
Which
I actually
honestly,
like that.
I'd like that. Yeah, I mean, he was their
Uh
closer.
yeah, I'd like that. He did good at U of A.
Yeah, he was great there. It's either going to be Nansen or Malo, I believe.
Malloy.
What do you feel? Huh?
Malloy. Kaika.
Is Malloy?
Yeah, Malloy.
I never knew that.
Yeah, it's Kaika Malloy.
He always. What do you feel about him?
Oh, awesome. I love the Kaika.
I miss him.
I thought at first we were gonna keep him,
Yeah, I was
and I would have
bummed.
very much wished we would have kept him. But nope, DeBoer had to hire the South Dakota Mafia.
He talked to the band for like 30 minutes once. Just awesome guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's fantastic. He followed me on Instagram like a year and a half after I stopped working for the
Oh,
Huskies.
that's awesome.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
I'd be happy with either of those hires. Okay,
Yeah.
pink game, pink game. This it feels like it always pours rain at this game. Uh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go Ohio here.
Yeah, no, they're both in honestly, as far as teams who have had players enter the portal go, or sorry, lost coaches go, um, they're both in pretty decent spots and that
Yeah,
neither of them have been absolutely destroyed by the portal. I'd say Jacksonville State has more so been, but it sounds like a
I
lot of
just think
players
Rich Rod's just more integral to what's going on there than Ohio's head coach. That's what I'm
that's
basing
fair.
this decision on.
I I'm gonna agree with you just because the continuity at Ohio right now is insane. Like they again, despite losing their coach, they're the only team in all the FBS who hasn't had a player enter the portal.
So you
Like
said we're
that's
picking all the way
nuts.
to New Year's today?
No, all the way to Christmas Eve. So just through the Hawaii
Oh,
Bowl.
okay, okay.
Yeah, just through the Hawaii Bowl. Next up here,
Shame
Tulane,
that it doesn't
Florida.
start at 8 p.m.
Yeah, right. Tulane, Florida. Here we go. As far as this goes, Tulane lost their starting quarterback, obviously Mensa to Duke. Bob's White to Baylor. They're starting defensive end.
DT Sheffield went to Rutgers.
Yeah. Um, Ty Thompson will be the starting quarterback for Tulane.
Oh my gosh, Ty Thompson.
Yeah, I know. He was also in the portal, but will be allowed to start in this game. As far as Florida goes, they actually did not lose a lot to the portal.
They're adding dudes.
As far as roster like building goes,
Never good spot.
Billy Napier's doing a really good job. Potential opt-outs, no official opt-outs yet. Potential opt-outs, no one that's really blowing my mind. And it's 12 and a half's a lot, but given everything, Florida's momentum, Tulane's momentum is not good. Give me Florida in this one. I think they're a much better team, especially with Lagway behind center. They got obviously 3 weeks off, kind of kills momentum to a certain degree, but also they're in a really good spot as a team right now compared to where Tulane's at. Also, Ty Thompson's not their quarterback.
I'm going with Florida. DJ Lagway is just too good, man. He's gonna be. I'm gonna be watching this one.
The first college football playoff game, Indiana, Notre Dame. Don't have to worry about opt-outs for this one because there's no way. Yeah, there's people don't opt out of playoff games. Um, as far as injuries go, the nice thing about this little tracker is it also tells me injuries. So
Ooh, I really
Jeremiah
like that.
Love and Howard Cross are expected to play for Notre Dame. However, they will be losing linebacker Kingston Viliamu Asa.
Oh, it's like I wanted him so bad when he was coming out of high school. That's awesome.
For Indiana, no official. Well, Drew Evans, their starting guard's been out for the season. He missed the final 3 games, so that's not changing for him. Jameer Johnson missed the regular season finale. No word on if he's playing in this one yet. So as far as injuries go, pretty clean bill of health for both sides. The last time Indiana played a team of Notre Dame's quality, they got absolutely. Oh wait, you're picking first. Never mind.
I don't think they got whooped. I think they hung in there tough.
I don't even college football week 13. Yeah, they didn't cover 13 and a half against OSU.
I still think they hung in there tough.
Fair enough. Okay.
But I will be taking Notre Dame. They're my dark horse pick for the championship. Still have to stay true.
There you go. And I agree. My point was gonna be that last time that Indiana played a team of Notre Dame's quality, it didn't go so hot for them. So this one being in South Bend, I don't expect this to go great for them either. So Indiana's Cinderella run, you could say, comes to an end here. I think. I could be wrong. Penn State. Yeah, Penn State, SMU. Here we go. So injuries go. Both these teams, funny enough, actually, no, that's not entirely true. Penn State lost their backup quarterback to the portal, and he won't be with the team. But SMU lost their backup quarterback to the portal, who will be with the team. Those are the only portal entries for either team. So, not a lot going on here. RJ Maryland's out for SMU, so that's a pretty big loss. Their passing game. Penn State's missing their starting right tackle, also out for the season. This one being in Happy Valley. Yeah, man, I don't know. Penn State's different animal, man. I think SMU's run ends here. And I think it's also a convincing victory for Penn State.
I think Penn State's going to win this one as well. I think it's a real tall test to go into Happy Valley, but hey, maybe James Franklin's streak of blowing huge games continues, and I would laugh very hard if that happens.
Um,
So
Alrighty.
I previewed this a bit in the chat, where purple teams in the last 2 years have gone on playoff runs, surprisingly.
Yeah.
There's only one candidate in these playoffs, and it's like their third color. But I'm gonna still say it anyways. Give me Clemson to beat the Longhorns.
Oh, the upset. I like it. I like it. Um,
Klubnik is quietly playing quite well lately.
he is. He is. He played great
Oh, they,
against
they did they
SMU.
did lose to South Carolina. However,
They did.
South Carolina is a good team though. So
No, South Carolina's a good team. Good ball club. Ah, Texas. Neither of these teams lost slots to the portal.
they're gonna they're gonna South Carolina's really gonna be one to watch for next year. They really are. They got a lot of
Oh yeah.
talent coming back.
Sellers are gonna be fun. Sellers is always makes fun. This one almost entirely hinges on if Kelvin Banks plays or not, because
Yeah,
that's not they haven't announced that yet or not. If he's playing.
I doubt they're
Now,
gonna announce it at all.
yeah, they're gonna keep it a surprise. They're gonna keep it a game time announcement. Which it's been 2 weeks since the injury, and he was a game time play against Georgia. So I
Yeah,
think
it makes me
I
think
bet
he's
he
gonna play.
plays. I bet he plays.
He's gonna play. I might go
See
to the
Tex
casino tomorrow and make a parlay on the CFP. That'd be pretty fun.
that would be fun. You know what? I'm lone wolf in this one. Give me the Longhorns.
Oh,
I just think they're a much, much better team than Clemson, honestly. Um,
you know what? Trust playoff D.
Playoff Davo? No. Uh,
Let me think of something religious. I did see like the 12, 12 man following up there,
oh
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, that was I forget
12,
what it
12
was.
men pursuing one man, what was it? It was good. Yeah, I saw your tweet. It was good. Oh yeah, it was 12 men pursuing the ultimate prize. Or 12.
What's a good one for gosh. I can't think of it.
Gosh,
Those are hard to think of, man. I give credit to the people who do.
it's good. Oh, last playoff game here. Ooh, Tennessee, Ohio State. Neither of these teams lost to the portal. Ohio State without two of their starting offensive linemen, including the Remington award-winning Seth McLaughlin, who Alabama fans love. Um, Tennessee's got some injuries at the receiver spot, but Brew McCoy is expected to play. Yeah, not a lot of losses for either of these teams. Which, if you're a playoff team, you're not expected to lose a lot, so that makes sense. Um, OSU minus 7.5. Give me Tennessee to win straight up. I think they're a better team than OSU.
I'm taking Tennessee. I wasn't going to tell you this until after you picked, but Ohio State are expecting 3-0 linemen out.
Yeah, because they're already expecting Simmons and McLaughlin out. Who's that? Who else is missing?
I forget the I forget the third, but that's what I heard.
Yeah, Simmons and McLaughlin are ballers. So we'll see how the injuries impact their draft stock, but those are big losses for the Buckeyes in that one. So yeah, I think Volunteers roll into the shoe and end Ohio State's season, and maybe end Ryan Day's tenure. I guess we'll see. Um, let's see. All right, the Myrtle Beach Bowl. In case you're curious here, Coastal
These are just
used
some
two.
fun team matchups right here.
Yeah, Coastal used two QBs last year or this year, and they're both in the portal. Neither are expected to play in this game. Um, let's see. Losing starting tight end, starting corner, starting outside linebacker, and then just a bunch of backups. Yeah, Coastal's missing a lot. Meanwhile, UTSA is not really missing a lot. They lost one starting defensive end. Yeah, no. No, honestly, UTSA is coming in pretty healthy, all things considered, which probably explains that line. But you're leading this one off.
I'm going -9. Ugh. Myrtle Beach, isn't that like a home game for Coastal?
Basically.
I go Coastal.
All righty. This one's so tough because I mean I literally just looked at all their losses and it's like, holy cow, like Coastal's running out like a redshirt freshman quarterback who's never taken a snap before at quarterback. UTSA is pretty healthy, all things considered, only really missing one starter. -9 is a lot though. And the thing about a quarterback who has no career snaps is that means they'll have no tape on him. Nine's a lot. Mm, give me the Roadrunners. It's the Coastal's not just doesn't have enough. They don't have they're just missing too much right now. Um, NIU Fresno State. There you go. NIU made it to a bowl game. It's 7-5. Guess who one of those 7 wins was against? Fresno State squeaked in at 6-6. Meanwhile, as far as portal and opt out, Fresno State's losing one, two, three, four, five, six, seven starters to the portal.
Oof.
Um, Also some injuries. UNC's losing one, two, three, four, five starters to the portal. Yeah, 5 stars. So they're both missing they're both missing players. So it's about a wash here. Um both missing their starting quarterback too. So that's interesting. It's fun. Give me NIU in this one. Looking at their losses, Fresno's losing their starting quarterback and their top two receivers. NIU obviously missing their quarterback, but the rest of their losses aren't quite as essential from an offensive standpoint. So, yeah, I'm going with the Huskies. Plus, it's the Huskies. You gotta pick the Huskies,
Oh
man.
yeah. Go Dogs.
Well,
That's my
they're both
pick.
dogs.
I
They're
know that
both.
was the
Oh,
joke.
okay, okay, okay. I gotcha.
Go Huskies, man.
Yeah. And lastly, the Hawaii Bowl. Ooh, one of my favorite teams, San Jose State, gets a
One of my
trip to
favorite teams.
Honolulu. The USF Bulls. There we
Yeah.
go. Um,
One of my favorite college football games ever is that 2017 USF UCF game. There's like a
oh,
bunch
that
of,
was such a
and it
fun
was
one,
back and
man.
forth, and there's a bunch of future NFL players in that game too. It's not the tight end that fumbled the game away for USF. He was with the Bengals. What's his name? Wilcox or something?
Oh, Mitchell
Mitchell
Wilcox.
Wilcox.
Yeah, yeah. He had a
That was a
touchdown in Tampa. They
He had a big game.
he
Oh, that was such a fun game. I remember watching like part of it at a Dick's Sporting Goods.
that's crazy. Mitchell Wilcox, man. It's actually fun. I think his only career touchdown was the game clincher when they played the Buccaneers. So,
Oh, really? That's some
yeah,
fun
in
irony right
Tampa.
there. In
Yeah.
Tampa, in his old stomping grounds. They definitely planned that one then, I
Oh,
bet.
100%. 100%. Um, Anyways, sorry. Hawaii Bowl. Here we go. SJSU
Oh, that is a
3-point
brutal
favorites.
flight. That is a brutal
Yeah,
flight.
for South
Oh,
Florida.
God.
Imagine having a 4 hour flight
Well, they're
yourself from
probably
San
going to get there
Jose.
the week of, though.
Oh no, 100%.
Okay, okay.
Still,
That
it's
makes me
still
feel better. That makes me feel better.
they're already there probably. They're probably already there. Um, as far as losses go, both teams, let's see. So San Jose State lost their two starting corners, and Nick Nash opted out to just focus on the draft. Meanwhile, USF is missing starting safety, starting D tackle, and starting left guard. Um, Byron Brown still hasn't played since week 5, so don't assume he's gonna play in this one.
Oh,
So
wait, for who? That's for USF.
or USF. That's their originally starting QB.
Yeah.
You
Ooh.
are up, my friend.
Word is that Dallas Wilson is gonna get out of his NLI to Oregon.
Oh, interesting. Go where?
Probably follow his quarterback.
Who's
Bama.
this quarterback?
Bama.
Oh, Bama. That makes sense.
Duncanville.
Makes sense.
I'm blanking on his name. Does it do something? I don't know. My pick, shout out Nick Nash. I'm gonna go San Jose State. Seems like USF's pretty banged up.
They are. Let's see. The thing that worry and it's man, San Jose State missing Nick Nash hurts them so
Wait,
much.
they're
Like
missing him?
he's not playing.
Okay, that was what
You
I
want to change
based my
it?
whole pick. Would you be willing to let me change that?
I will let you pick
I
it. I will let
appreciate
you
that.
change it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's not playing. He opted out.
Probably day three, huh?
It'll be a fun day 3 guy though. I could see him sneaking into round 4 or 5, early round 5.
I can
That'll be
see that.
fun. Um, Hudson Mesa. You see, I check something. I need to confirm something here. How's USF done the past couple of weeks? San Jose State's hung tight with some good Mountain West squads. Now, granted, that was with Nick Nash. Oh man, their offense is rolling at USF. Holy
Yeah.
cow. So them missing, yeah, I'm gonna go with USF too. Just because, I mean, San Jose State's their 2 opt-outs are corners. Their 2 starting corners.
Oh, geez.
In
Here's what
which
the
with an
rumor is for
offense
Dallas
that
Wilson.
since let's see, 35. So USF on offense. Okay, they dropped the ball against Navy for sure. But he said he's been out since week 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They only scored 3 against Memphis, not best showing. But since then, 35, 44, 7, not great against Navy.
All right.
59, 63, 28. They can put up points.
Guess what the rumor is on why Dallas Wilson is not going to go to Oregon? It's a version. It's not common, but it's definitely happened before, and you've worked in recruiting. The big one's always girlfriend, right? It's related to
Mm-hmm.
that. Take a guess.
I've heard that.
He's the top rated receiver, which I don't know if you knew that.
Top rated receiver. I have no idea.
Pregnant girlfriend.
Pregnant girlfriend. There you go.
Well, I wonder if he goes to
Well, you know
Texas.
what?
I wonder if he goes to Texas.
You know what? At least he's committing to his responsibilities as a father, if that is true. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I respect that.
I respect that. If that's what it's for, I respect it at least. So there you go.
Game above sports bowl.
Game of Sports Bowl.
That is a interesting bowl name.
Yeah, right. Wait, hold on. While we're here, let's see if we
Yeah,
what's our vote for the worst bowl name? I mean the
the
IS4S
ISIS.
salute to ISIS. The
ISIS
salute to
Salute to
Veterans
Veterans
Bowl is
Bowl.
such a mouthful, but I also don't want to say it's the worst bowl name because, I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
disrespect the veterans. Um, it's such a mouthful though.
You see the new Pop Tarts Bowl trophy as the functioning toaster?
It is. It's got the functioning.
See, I feel like Pop Tarts Bowl is like one of the only bowls that they actually go all in that isn't a major bowl. And I respect the hell out of them for it. Cheese Bowl
Oh
does it
yeah.
too. All right, keep scrolling.
Let's see. The
Game above
Gasparilla
is not a
Bowl.
good one. 68 Ventures.
Yeah, the Game Above Sports Bowl, like that, what is that? Like a betting company, probably.
Oh shit. SRS distribution.
The Rate Bowl.
Wasabi
Okay, here's the thing.
Wasabi Fenway Bowl.
The Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Yeah,
Bad Boy
that's
Mowers Pinstripe Bowl.
yeah. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Okay, I gotta take here the Rate Bowl. It used to be the Guaranteed Rate Bowl because the company sponsor was Guaranteed Rate, but then Guaranteed Rate changed their name to just
Oh, that
Rate,
sucks. That sucks.
and now it's just the Rate Bowl, and it's just like this sucks.
I'm
So
sorry, but
they
Lockheed
ruined it.
Martin Armed Forces Bowl, that is like probably the most evil bowl game out there.
Hey man, they Navy's in it though, so it makes sense at least.
Just it, Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl.
Oh, that's the best one. That's the best one. Snoop Dogg, Arizona
Go
Bowl is the best
bowling
one.
military bowl.
The Go Bowling Military
Trans
Bowl.
Perfect Music City Bowl.
Man,
Although I
how
bet there's
long has
70
Valero been the sponsor of the Alamo Bowl? I feel like
a
that one's
long
that
time.
hasn't changed in like
The
three
same with Tony
decades.
the Tiger Sun Bowl. It's been like that forever.
I feel
Trans
like
Perfect Music City Bowl. I know some people are gonna be mad about that name.
there you go. Especially in the Music City. Bring back the Outback Bowl.
Yep, yep.
Boo! I always liked when the one team would be the Bloomin' Onion and the other team would be
Yeah.
the shrimp. What was it?
Oh, what was
Cocktail shrimp. I don't remember what it was. But I was like,
Bloomin'
but
Onion?
if like one team wins, it's like one free order of bloomin' onions at your request, and if the other team wins, it's one free order of shrimp at your request.
That's awesome. I
That
miss
was
that.
always awesome. Bring back the Outback Bowl, man. I miss those days. Yeah, there's the Tony the Tiger's Sun Bowl. The Cheez-It Bowl, the Cheez-It name just keeps getting passed around, man, because the Citrus Bowl was not always there used to be just be a regular Cheez-It Bowl. In fact, actually, what is now the Rate Bowl was once the Cheez-It Bowl. So,
They've been upgrading.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Kinder's Texas Bowl. You know what? And I'll say this. Okay, actually, I've also got something here. I got to take here. Most of the Premier Bowl games, uh the New Year's Six, formerly New Year's Six, now CFP bowls. They've all pretty much been pretty firm for their sponsor for years,
Yeah.
except the Fiesta Bowl. The Fiesta Bowl keeps getting passed around because it
Oh, it
was
was cool when it was
Tostitos.
PlayStation.
It was Tostitos for a long time, then it was PlayStation for a while, and now it's Verbo.
Yeah, Verbo sucks as a sponsor. Tostitos was a good one. PlayStation was a good one. I remember the
Tostitos
players.
made so much sense with the
Oh,
Fiesta
it
Bowl
did.
too. That was a perfect fit.
I remember when players would get PlayStations if they
They were
played in the
getting
bowl.
PlayStation 5s when no one else could.
Yeah.
People were so mad about that. Um, but hey, man.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A has always been the Peach Bowl.
Yeah.
Or the Peach
I,
Bowl.
I like that Rose Bowl is Rose Bowl presented
Yeah,
by.
the Rose Bowl, yeah, presented by it's,
Allstate's been the Sugar Bowl for a long time.
oh yeah, Allstate's been the Sugar Bowl forever. Capital One Orange Bowl and the
Goodyear
Goodyear
Cotton
Cotton
Bowl.
Bowl.
Yeah.
Yep. The Tax Slayer Gator Bowl.
Syrup Pro First Responders Bowl.
The Duke's Mayo Bowl. Let's
Yeah.
go.
What a shame Will Levis never got to play in it.
I know. I know. Hey man,
They
maybe
were
he
too
can be
good.
maybe he can be a commentator for them next year.
Man, it sucks that
He can be the
his Mayo
sideline reporter.
Innovations commercial came out
He
this year
got the
and
sponsor,
he
he got the
sucked so
commercials,
bad.
and he
He
sucks.
sucks.
That's why they can't be giving commercials to guys before they start actually being good.
Yep.
Um, in fact, I got a take actually. I think Baker Mayfield set this precedent. You can't start giving commercials to guys until they're good for like a couple years.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely Baker. They gave him the ads way too early, and people clowned on them for it. Clowned on them, and they were everywhere, everywhere.
Yeah. So you gotta, there's a waiting period. There's an incubation period with these. So I think as far as the worst bull name goes, what's my pick?
SRS distribution, Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's rough. Eh, the Las Vegas Bowl itself, though, I think
The
I've got
bowl
to go
name
with the
does
Rate Bowl.
redeem it.
I've got to go with the Rate Bowl just because
Okay,
there's no flow to it. It's just
okay.
Rate Bowl.
I think SRS distribution Las Vegas Bowl is just too wordy, just too much.
That's fair. On the exact opposite side of things, I guess that's fair.
Yeah,
I feel like there needs to be a little bit of a flow to it. Like
yeah,
Ray Bowl,
absolutely. I
that could be
love the
one
Cure
word.
Bowl, Staff DNA Cure Bowl, pink theme, great stuff.
That's good.
It
That's
just
good.
always pours rain on that one. Where is it? It has to be at the Panther Stadium, I bet.
The Cure Bowl, it is in Orlando. It's at Camping
Okay,
World, which makes sense.
that's that's where the Jaguars play.
No, it's just a neutral site that a lot of it's where the Pro Bowl is.
It's for the largest
Orlando.
outdoor thing. Who's ever used it?
I don't know. It's a good
They
question. I
just
should look
it's
this
is
up.
it
Hold
like the
on.
Alamo Bowl that they built it to try to get the team to come?
Probably Camping World Stadium. Let's see. Look
Alamo
this up.
Bowl is just awful, or the stadium. Um, it's like the
Here we go.
Syracuse Dome, where the camera
Pennants.
angle is just horrendous.
Yeah. So it's been the home of the Citrus Bowl since 1947.
Oh wow, okay.
It
So
was the
it's
home of
basically the Citrus Bowl.
UCF. Yeah, basically. UCF played there for almost 30 years at one point.
Okay.
A lot of basically any like minor league team, or I mean minor league, I mean like the Orlando Guardians played there. Like whenever there's like an Orlando team, um, they'll play there, but obviously that'll always be in like a minor team. Pop Tarts Bowl is there. In fact, there's a lot of bowl games there because the Citrus Bowl's there, the Pop Tarts Bowl's there, and the Cure Bowl's there. So they got three bowl games in one stadium, which is kind of crazy when you think about it.
That is kind of crazy. A lot of paint being used there.
Yeah, it's also the Pro Bowl is, I think, previous event. Yeah. Pro Bowl is usually is hosted there usually as well, although they sometimes mix that up. But this year it's in last year was in Orlando. This year's it's Orlando. Basically, whenever there's a big football event in Orlando, it's at Camping World Stadium.
Mhm.
That's also where the LSU Florida State neutral site game in week one last year was.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. Basically, anytime they need a neutral site game in Orlando, that's or not neutral site game, just a game in Orlando, they'll go to Camping World. Let's see. Well, oh yeah, wait, hold on. We gotta pick Thursday Night Football still too.
Oh, I forgot about it.
Can't
I'm
forget
fired.
that. Chargers Broncos. Big game too. You won the week, my friend, so you get to decide who goes first here.
Dude, I'm sitting pretty comfortable right now. 11
You
point.
are. You've built up quite the lead here over the past few weeks. I
Yeah,
remember
no, I've
a
had some good
couple of weeks
weeks.
ago we were neck and neck, and then all of a sudden,
I've had some good weeks, man.
yeah, fell off. We were literally tied after week 8, and then you just dominated that week, and then you've kind of just continued to pull ahead ever since. So there you go.
All right, here. I think the Chargers D is going to give Beau some problems. I don't think he's a great processor, so I'm going to go Chargers. Maybe low scoring, low scoring.
It will be. You see, the only path to the Bengals making the playoffs is actually not the only path because technically, if either of these teams loses out and the Bengals win out, they're in. The thing is, the Broncos' remaining schedule is Chargers, Bengals, Chiefs, and the Chargers' remaining schedule is Broncos, Patriots, Raiders. So the path is much clearer for the Broncos to lose out. Um, Hmm. So part of me is like, oh yeah, no.
People are wanting John Gruden to take the Wazoo job.
Yeah. No,
He's making more money doing what he's doing now, I bet.
yeah, he's having a good old time on TikTok right now. Although I did say that he said, or I saw that he said that Lamar should be MVP. I'll go into that on the NFL
It's
pod,
Allen.
but
It's got to be
it's
Allen.
got to be Allen. It's got to be Allen. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. It can't be. You can't. Okay, I'll just say now, you can't set the precedent last year that stats don't matter. Last year, Allen had way better stats than Lamar, but they gave it to Lamar because he was the QB of the
Of the
best
best
regular
team.
season
Yeah.
team. This year, the Bills are much better than the Ravens,
And Josh
but
Allen's
Lamar's
doing a
got better
lot more
stats.
work to make them better this year than Lamar to the Ravens last year.
Absolutely, absolutely. Allen should have won it last year, to be clear.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
And remember, we thought this would be a reset year for the Bills.
yeah. So yeah, no, absolutely should be
You see
Allen.
that picture
It
of
should it
Josh
should be
Allen
Saquon
next?
before it should be Lamar.
Yeah. See that picture of Allen next to his O line?
I did. He's like,
He looks small.
he looks small. Those
So I'm
guys are
like,
big, man.
Jesus.
Ah, Broncos Chargers. Uh, you know what? Yeah, they played earlier this year, and the Chargers absolutely killed them. Give me the Chargers again. I know that's not a great precedent setting, but whatever. That's what I'm going off of.
Independent events don't exist.
Anyways, that is it. That is
Two
it for the
good
West Coast Draft
Saturday games
podcast.
too. That's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah. Hey, we got a fun slate coming up here. Look
I
at
did not know until this week that we were playing the Bears on Thursday night.
yeah. Well,
Oh
we
God.
got two good Saturday games here. Next Monday night's gonna suck. Sunday night's gonna suck. I was Yeah, no. The best games of the week are on Thursday and
Yeah.
Saturday, if we're being honest. This
You
is
know
kind of a
what game
rough
I'm
slate.
watching in the morning?
Philly, Washington,
Nope.
LA, New York.
Nope.
Oh, New York, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Duh. Okay. Yeah, I'll talk about that in the NFL pod. Um,
You hear him say what when he got the news?
oh yeah, he
What he
was getting
was.
a hot dog from Costco, and then got out.
Woo!
He got out of line. Yeah, he got out of line because he said he wasn't hungry after he found out.
Dude, I wish I saw MPJ at Costco.
Yeah, I didn't even realize they had Costco in Atlanta.
Dude, Costco's taking over the world.
Well, that's true. And for good
Costco
reason.
runs Hawaii.
Although, actually, okay, I got one more thing. Freaking Costco guys, man. I think I've soured on them because they did a promo for the NFL on Netflix, like
Oh
the
yeah.
thanks or the Christmas game, Thanksgiving, the Christmas games. So there's a so it's Big Justice wearing a Chiefs shirt and
Oh no.
AJ wearing a Ravens shirt, and I'm like, I hate both of you now.
That show's gonna
Now
be
if the Rizzler had walked out in a Bengals shirt, I would be back on though. I'd be back on it. I should
You
have
see
beat
Mac
both of you.
Jones? Mac Jones did the Rizzler.
Did he really? That's awesome.
I think he like got a first down and did a Rizzler face.
That's awesome, man. Oh gosh. Yeah, my two least favorite teams are the ones that the Big Justice and AJ were rocking. So I'm like the Costco guys are not my favorite right now,
Yeah.
but I get it. It's a promo. They probably send them the t-shirts to wear, so I get it. But still, um, where was I at? Oh yeah, never mind. So yeah, Saturday games this week are looking good. We'll talk about this on the NFL pod, so I won't go too in depth here. Week 17 though, week
That's gonna be
17's
good.
gonna looks fun. Week 17 early right now, as we sit here right now, looks like it's gonna be a fun slate.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Dude, Wednesday games, oof. Wait, no, Tuesday.
No, it is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. Yeah.
I like the
Chad.
theming
Oh yeah,
at the
you like
top.
that? Oh yeah, and then I got the people don't realize this, but I am a what's the word? A holiday colors connoisseur.
Hmm.
That's the vocab word for the day, connoisseur. Uh New Year's is black and gold.
I never knew
People
that.
don't realize that
I
black and
never knew
gold
that.
is colors. Christmas,
Only
everyone's red and green, obviously, for
yeah.
Christmas. Brown and orange,
Orange, yeah.
tan for Thanksgiving. orange and purple and black for Halloween. Red, white,
Yeah.
and blue for 4th of July. That's the easy one.
What color
Uh,
for Easter?
Easter's just general pastels, I
Yeah.
think. Like a
It's
pastel,
purple.
pastel purple,
The
blue,
Catholics are coming for you,
yellow,
dog. The
green.
Catholics are coming for you.
I know, I know. Red,
Red.
pink,
No,
and white
actually, it's
for
gold.
Valentine's
Actually,
Day.
it's gold.
For what?
Easter's
Gold?
gold. Yeah, I
Oh, Easter's
remember.
gold.
So, like, I was an
Oh.
altar boy one year. I served on Easter, and you got your little gowns, and then you use and the vestments that the priests wear are special for that day. It's usually,
Hmm.
but usually you just cinch your waist with like a little rope, just white.
Oh,
And but for Easter, we busted out gold ones for us. So we're gold ones, and then
there
you
you
tied it with that, just a rope. So you loop it around, and you have the loop and tie it that weird way with like the loop and like putting it through twice or whatever. That's how I learned how to do that. You know what I'm talking
go. There
about?
you go. I no idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. So you like fold it, and like you got
Uh-huh.
that. So like it's really long. So you fold it in half and then you tie it around it. And then there's like a little loop on one side and you put it through and like come through again. It's a little weird.
I can picture it. I can picture it. I might know what you're talking about. I've never been to a Catholic church service, so I wouldn't know.
So yeah,
But
you wear yeah, Christmas colors are purple.
get out of here with
So you
that.
wear the priest wears purple from the start of Advent all the way through Lent.
Really? That's interesting. I didn't know that.
At least
Huh.
what there might be a break between what is it? I gotta figure that out. I'll let you know.
What was the last one? What other holidays are there? Oh, Valentine's Day, red, white, and pink.
Red,
That
white.
one's obvious. Um,
So wear purple during
you
Lent.
see, people all the time ask me if Halloween's my favorite color just because I tell them black and orange are like my favorite colors. And I'm like, no, I'm actually not a big Halloween fan. I just like the Bengals.
So like there's this big Catholic calendar. So yeah, okay. Let's see if we can. Yeah, no, there's no way to
If
mix
you
up.
unblur your background, I might be able to
Okay.
see it.
I think the colors it can be hard to pick it up. Oh, you can
It's
see a
not
little
really
bit of
showing
green.
up. Oh, I see the green. I see the green. Oh, I see it. Oh, oh, okay. There you go. Oh, there you go. You can see it.
So okay. So there's that's the Catholic calendar. That's the liturgical cycle. So it starts at Easter, I believe. I'm not sure. So yeah, there's a big chunk of ordinary time from like June to November,
Hmm.
and then you have Advent, which
Advent,
is,
right?
and then you wear purple during Advent, and then you wear white after. That's just the priest, his vestments,
Hmm.
and that's through about near the end of January, and then it's ordinary time again. So you wear green again, and then it's Lent, and you wear purple for Lent, and sometimes after, and then you wear white again until June. So
Told
like
you.
like when the I forget what maybe it's at the beginning or maybe it's like after the Bible's read, like it's always like it's the 13th Sunday of ordinary time. That's how
Ah.
yeah.
Huh.
So like for the most part, a priest like they got their robe and then they got a little thing that put on top of it kind of, and they
Mhm.
wear green. It's usually green and it's purple for those times.
You see,
Then it's white after.
the great thing about this podcast is that I always learn something new on it from either you or Daniel.
Yep. Thanks for my many, probably like 10 years of Sunday school where I wanted to stab my eyeballs out.
Uh, it's coming up.
It was
It's coming in handy
so,
now.
and everyone there felt it except the teacher's son who was in our class who always got all the questions right. Everyone was just bored out of their mind because he had to go even early. He like showed up like 30 minutes before church and it went for like an hour. And he got to miss 30 minutes of church, which is nice. Uh,
It was
but
like
then yeah,
were there quizzes and stuff? Did they treat this like actual school? I feel like my Sunday school we just did like arts and crafts projects usually.
oh, he did plenty of arts and crafts too. There were no quizzes, and like what are they going to do to you if you get a question wrong or
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
I feel like most of the parents cared just as much as the kids did.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like they'll drum the important things into you. They will. like yeah, what you're supposed to, the sacraments, they get that stuff. But when you get into like really talking about the Bible, because like that kind of stuff, like the teaching what you're supposed to do during communion and that kind of stuff, that's pretty easy to teach. That's not too hard.
Mhm.
But it's when you talk about like all of these Bible stories and all the different names, it's like, oh my God, who cares? It's just a giant metaphor, anyways.
Yeah.
Um, that was like having to know all the names. Although I do remember we like they tried to get us to learn calligraphy for a while. That was tough. But then you'd like show up halfway through church right before communion, and like, or right before not communion, but like right before you have to do all the kneeling, which that's the part I always hated was all the kneeling you have to do. Because like
Oh, yeah.
when the priest is, I don't know if it's like that at your church, but like when the priest is like, yeah, so like before communion, the priest, blesses all the things, and like has the big host and like holds it up to the sky and says a bunch of Latin. And you gotta kneel for all that stuff.
I will
And
say, in my church, we have never once spoken Latin. Actually, that's not entirely true because every now and again there will be like a word that is like sounds good in Latin, and the pastor will be like, we'll say it, and then like this translates to what it translates to, and then we don't go back to Latin
oh yeah,
ever.
you just don't know what the hell he's talking about. It's not for it's like a sentence here or there, especially like during the communion stuff.
Hmm.
Like there's this big thing called like traditional Latin mass that all the crazies, especially converts, see the thing about converts to Catholicism is they convert for the optics and tradition and what they think it is rather than what it actually is. So they think they're being like ancient Romans because oh, it's in Latin, and like after the Vatican II thing, that's when they made it. Back then, every church mass was in Latin. After Vatican II, they're like, no, it's cool, just do it in your parish's language. And now all the LARPers are like, no, we want to do, and you can still do it. You can still get to traditional Latin mass. There wasn't one of those at my church though, but and the Pope has really pushed back on that, and that's made a bunch of the LARPers mad. But like, you have a little verse of Latin every now and then, but like, it's a lot of long, drawn out, and forever and ever, amen. All those drawn out
Hmm.
singing. It's kind of funny. Though the most Latin you'll ever hear in my church was during Christmas mass on the walkout when they sing "O Come All You Faithful" and go through all the verses. They go through all the verses and even the Latin ones. Deste fidele. That was all the Latin. They never taught us Latin in Sunday school. There's really not much Latin in it. Like, yeah,
You're missing out, man.
I
You're
know.
missing
Like
out.
they probably use a lot more Latin in the Vatican for some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Hmm.
like when the popes are announced, they have like a passage in Latin and stuff. But like Mass is usually just in Italian in the Basilica, I believe.
Makes sense. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're doing it in the Sistine Chapel. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Man, I wonder how tough it is to get into service at Sistine Chapel. Jeez, that's got long waits for
Oh, I'm
that.
sure getting in service. Well, I will say one thing because having visited Rome and having visited Vatican City, they will straight up like have like, and it's not during the service itself, but like it's not hard to get a tourist group into like inside Sistine
Hmm.
Chapel to just like look at it. And they've got like sectioned off like the area the tourists can walk around in, and then the area like the actual mass will
Hmm.
take place in. And there were people over there when we were walking around the tourist area. It didn't look like they were conducting a mass, though. It didn't look like the Pope was up there doing anything.
Doing his thing,
Um,
yeah.
but they were doing something, and they
Yeah.
were, I don't know if they're cardinals or whatnot, but I'm not Catholic, so
Well,
I
it's
don't know.
so I went to this when I was in New York like a year ago, a year and a half ago now. We went to this fancy cathedral on a Sunday and mass was happening, but tourists could still go and like, they had like the seats and stuff, and then they had all the touristy stuff you could walk around, and they were doing mass and like there's a security guard like, by the it's like roped off to like, where the mass is, and it's like he asked you, "Are you Catholic?" I was like, and I said, "Yeah, I am, but I'm not here for service."
Yeah. I like how this whole conversation started from you complimenting the fact that I've got the colors.
I know, right, dude? Catholics are crazy
This
about
is
their
the
colors, man.
sidetrack podcast. We're back. We're
But
back.
I thought it was funny as hell that he just asked that, because he was like standing in
Yeah.
front of like because they weren't letting just randos just walk in to sit in the
Oh,
pews.
makes
Uh,
sense.
which makes total sense. These people are
Right.
trying to have Sunday mass, but like definitely a tall task in the big New York cathedral in the middle of the city. It was like right off of Times
Oh yeah.
Square. It was very close to the M&M store.
Yeah. Especially in the Northeast. A lot of Catholics
New
up there.
York. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So
So
it was neat. It was neat. Very beautiful cathedral.
that was cool. All right, my
Yeah.
friend.
All right.
We're at 12:30 Mountain Time,
Oh
so
gosh. Let's get you to
I
bed.
I think we're approaching time for me to say sayonara. But this was a very fun episode. You know what? We went back over an hour and a half for the first time in a
Nice.
while.
Nice.
We're
It was
back.
a really
We're
fun
back.
episode. A lot of
This
fun
was a really
news.
fun
Coaching
episode.
carousel is always fun to talk about.
Yeah. So we'll be back. Maybe tomorrow,
Maybe I
maybe
think
later this
week.
week.
Yeah,
I think we
I
probably
think I'll
pull
be
off
good
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Just talk NFL action. And that'll be fun because guess what? The Bengals have won a couple games since last time we did an NFL episode.
Oh, I'm dreading talking about the Seahawks tomorrow.
Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. But um, that is it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. We miss you, Daniel, but he'll be back
Miss
to
you.
talk about the Lions playoff run when it comes. Meanwhile, our teams will be trying to make our own playoff runs. Seahawks much more likely in the Bengals, but not out of it yet.
Not
But
out
we'll
of it
get there
yet.
when we get not out of it yet. We only need five. No, technically seven.
We're back in the bargaining phase,
We're
baby.
back in the bargaining phase. Hey, okay. Last thing. I only need seven things to go the Bengals' way. So the Colts need to lose.
Oh God, great! That's a great way to start a sentence.
The Colts need to lose a game.
Okay,
The Dolphins need to lose a game. The Broncos need to lose to the Chargers tomorrow night. The Bengals need to beat the Browns on Sunday. The Bengals need to beat the Broncos next Saturday. The Broncos need to lose to the Chiefs. And the Bengals need to beat the Steelers in Week
I
18.
think all of those are well within the realm of possibility, and the toughest one's Bengals Steelers.
Yes, I agree, probably. Yeah. And it could all go to shit tomorrow night because the Broncos could beat the Chargers.
Would you be eliminated?
No, because technically, if the Chargers also lose out, the Bengals win out, then the Bengals would be in over
Okay.
them. But like I said, the Chargers' remaining games are Patriots and
Oh yeah,
Raiders,
not
so they're not
happening.
gonna lose out. So, all right, so that's the path. We'll talk about more tomorrow, though. So that is it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. Very fun as always. Closing thoughts, Mr. Jokinen.
If one of us get the board, all of us get the board. Looking at you, Wazoo fans. If one of us get like, all of us get like. If one of us subscribe, all of us subscribe.